Good day, everyone. This is the group 2, and our discussion is about the private versus public digital self. And so, our learning objectives is to know what is the definition of digital self and to understand the differences between private digital self and public digital self, which will be further on explained by the members of Group 2.
Good day, everybody. Today I'll be talking about the digital self and how that relates to our private selves. Now, a quick rundown: the digital self is the aspect of ourselves that we upload online, more specifically in social media, because that is the only place wherein we are able to express or to showcase who we are. Now, the term social media involves the social aspect of being a human, which is letting others know what's on our minds, who we are, and in general, what we're doing. Now, when it comes to the digital self, um, there are plenty of things that we actually do hold as private. And when you think about social media or the digital self, usually the thing that comes into your mind is it's only going to be relating to the public self. But that's not right. That's not really all there is to it. Because social media does, in fact, share a lot of your information out for others to see. But when it comes to your private self, once you upload things that only you can access or is only meant for you to keep, for you to be able to use later, such as files, documents, or even photos that only you want to keep, that actually involves much of your private self because only you know about it. You're the only one who knows that it exists, and you're the only one who is directly influenced by it. Basically, using the digital self or using the digital world as a storage space for the things that you own or the things that about yourself that you don't want others to see, that is actually your private self. That's part of your private self. And that is how the digital self relates to our private selves. And more on that, you can actually see more of the picture once you try and review the things that you have saved online, the things that you see online that you save in order for you to watch later or in order for you to study. Those things are actually private self or relate to your private self because only you know about them. Only you know about them, and you're the only one who would be able to access them and make something of them. And those are actually part of your identity because it relates to your preferences and your general way of making decisions in your life. So that's pretty much it. Thank you.
So, good day, everyone. My name is Ayandi Patindo, and I'm going to talk about the private versus public digital self. So, private self is the information regarding to a person which he or she has difficulties to express publicly. Then, the part of the self that is known mainly to oneself, such as one's inner feelings and self concept. It may be similar to or different from the public self one reveals to others. Then, the importance of private self is private self consciousness is associated with better access to self knowledge and greater interest in new self knowledge, regardless of whether that knowledge is positive and As a result, the self-knowledge of people high in private self-consciousness plays a more prominent role in their behavior. So, an example of this in private self is he or she cannot express or share all about her feelings in true public because maybe he is scared of, of what people can say to him or her. Then the second one is the public self. So the public self is the perspective our people view an individual as portrayed in public information interaction with others in public action. The public self is the view of oneself by others as conveyed through public information, public action, and interaction with others. The public self is generally depends on the public for definition, but is also an individual's view of how he or she fits in actions taken while in public. So, example of public self in digital self is he or she can share or express her feelings and her information through public and like what's her favorite in her life or what's hobbies, what is her favorite pet, just like that. And thank you.
So, good day everyone. So, I'm Christian Fernandez. So, for this video, I would like to explain the public digital self. So, as what you can see in the presentation, there is an actual concept of digital self, and I'm sure there is someone will relate this topic right now. And first, I'm going to define the digital self or the public digital self. So, digital self, it is a contribution of human-machine interactions to individual self-description and self-perceptions. As you all know, digital self, it is the people or the person that commonly using their digital online platforms through onlining their accounts. And from the word itself, digital means it is about the social media platforms, and even in our different networking sites such as our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter, and the other social media platforms that we use to express our emotions, feelings through it. And we cannot deny the fact that what we posted on our social media accounts or currently is very opposite in our real life or real mindset. Let's say, for example, I tend to be sharing memes or jokes, contents on my Facebook or in my Instagram account, but in fact, in my real life, it is I am very introvert person that I committed to pretend myself, even if that wasn't my thing that I want to do, and the things many digital peoples are currently like this. So we're gonna move the next bullet or the next sentence. Is what you can see there. There's a saying that maintain one or more online identities that are distinct from their real world selves. So with this statement, it is just something similar to the first one because the people, even if they're saying they're so active in social media accounts and their social media accounts, they also have a characteristic that different nilang ipakita sa kung unsa sila as their own self. Because, diba, we have a thought or saying na don't let social media fool you, although many people what they have posted their own words in social media is very opposite of what they exactly feel in their real life or their real self. And as what you can see in the pictures, and these are the examples of a public digital self. And that's all for my topic. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Van Louis Puriza. So, as for today, I am here discussing the public digital self. So, what I have put in my presentation is actually the concept of the digital self, but it is someone related to public digital self. So, the digital self is the persona you use when you are online. So, from the word itself, digital, we are now talking about technology, like our social media account, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on. So here are some examples that for me relates me to this topic. It's like somehow when I am posting or even sharing memes, jokes, but yet in real life it wasn't actually me or you in a person day, so many people can relate this topic. Moving on to the next bullet. People maintain one or more online identities that are different from their real world. Technology affects almost every aspect of 21st century life, from transport efficiency and safety to access to food and healthcare, socialization and productivity. The power of the internet has enabled global communities to form, and ideas and resources to be shared more easily. However, the overuse of some technology has been linked to a decline in mental health, increased social division, and privacy concerns. Ano? So, a little bit summarization about this topic. It is said that people today, no matter how active they are on social media, they were actually different in real world. That's all. Thank you. Good day, everyone, and I'm here to report about the disadvantages of public digital self. So, the number one disadvantage of public digital self is the privacy concerns. One of the major disadvantages of public digital identity is the loss of privacy. When people share their personal information and behaviors online, it becomes public and can be accessed by anyone. This can lead to unwanted attention, identity theft, stalking, or other privacy violations. And number two is cyberbullying. With the rise of social media platforms, cyberbullying is becoming more prevalent. People can use public digital identity to bully others, and this can have severe emotional and mental health consequences. And number three is false information. Public digital identity can sometimes lead to false information being spread. This can be particularly harmful if it involves something like medical information, as false information can have severe consequences. And number four is dependency on technology. Public digital identity can also lead to dependency on technology. People become reliant on their digital identity to function in everyday life, and this can lead to a loss of autonomy and self-reliance. Number five, social isolation. While digital identity can help people connect with others, it can also lead to social isolation. People may become so focused on their online identity that they neglect their real life relationships, leading to loneliness and mental health problems. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am Jerby Irma. I'm going to tackle today private and public self comparison of identities. Private self is the information regarding to a person which he or she difficulties to express publicly. For example, seeing your face in the mirror. Public self is the perspective other people view an individual as portrayed in public information, interaction with others, and public action. The public self is how others see an individual in general information, interaction, and action. The public defines the public self, but it is the individual viewpoint on how they seem and behave in public. Speaking and activities show the public and private selves. Everyone reads public and private speaking. Some folks hate public speaking because of this avoidance. They may lose valuable opportunities to promote their goods or themselves. The development of authentic speaking has helped people enhance their presenting skills and reduce their anxiety before and during their presentation. For example, one's overt behavior, mannerism, stylistic, quirks, and expressive qualities. And people are afraid of public and private speaking because they are conscious self. Self-conscious can be defined for an individual as the awareness of his or her own body in a time-space continuum and its interaction with the environment, including others. For example, he looked uncomfortable like a self-conscious adolescent.
Public digital self. Online presence is now as your digital self. Others have a single online self that is roughly the same as the one they occupy in the real world, while some people retain one or more online identities that are separate from the real world self. The straightforward explanation is that if you sign up for a website using your real name or look and log in as yourself, you have a presence online that may be linked to your physical location. Your internet presence is true to hide, complex to manage, and simple for hiring manager and check order to find. To granate that your public image, your brand is portrayed in the best possible way. It's crucial to manage your online identity properly. The digital self has rights just like your physical person does. You should also claim that your right apply to your digital self, which will probably be more true given that both of these selves are part of you and that you have right it. Personally, do not believe that there is a distinction between them in terms of right. For example, there are many digital self-service benefits, so many companies are focused on accelerating new digital self-service experience as part of their CX planning. Cost savings are a significant driver of all these activities. Many companies use the figure 1 per minute to project the cost of live contact center conversation. Compare that to the near zero marginal cost per engagement for digital experience. Naturally, not every customer query can be resolved via self-service experience, but many can, and companies hope to capture those savings as quickly as possible.